Day 15, Genesis chapter 41 to 44. Joseph preserves his brothers from famine. 41. Pharaoh's dream. Joseph in charge of Egypt. Joseph solved Pharaoh's annoying problems. 42. Joseph's brothers go to Egypt. Joseph preserves his brothers from famine. 43. Second journey of Joseph's brothers to Egypt in their necessity. 44. A silver cup in a sack. Joseph's brothers further tested, arrest on charge of taking a cup. Joseph laid a plan to bring about full confession from his brothers that they might come into fellowship with him. The Israelites settled in Egypt. 45. Joseph makes himself known. He kisses all his brothers and sends them to his father. 46. Jacob's journey to Egypt and meeting with Joseph. 47. Severe famine arrived in the land of Egypt and Canaan. Jacob and descendants exalted in Goshen. 48. Jacob blesses Manasseh and Ephraim. Jacob meets his son Joseph. A glorious meeting day is coming after the trials and difficult situations. The Israelites settled in Egypt in the region of Goshen. But the absolute will of God for Israel was in Canaan, not Egypt. Genesis chapter 26, verse 1 to 5. God's generous will allows them to settle in Goshen, and as far as possible, He blesses them there. Day 17, Genesis 49 to Exodus 2. God looked on the Israelite. 49. Jacob blesses his sons. Death of Jacob. 50. Jacob's burial and Joseph's death. 1. Israelite oppressed. 2. Moses' birth and flight to Midian. Chapter 49 and 50. It was a great blessing to attend upon godly parents in their last hours, that their children might learn how to prepare eternity as well as live, and profit by parents' reproofs, counsels, and comfort. Chapter 2. When men are plotting the ruin of God's people, God is planning His people's salvation. We need to remember that even enemies may be used to carry out God's purpose. Day 18, Exodus 3 to 6. God called Moses as deliverer. 3. Moses called as a deliverer and the burning bush. 4. Signs for Moses to do. Moses returns to Egypt. 5. Moses and Aaron before the Pharaoh. 6. Lord promises to save the Israelite. The family record of Moses and Aaron. Chapter 3. The burning bush pictures Israel in the furnace, yet never consumed. God's relationships with His people are eternal. Chapter 5. God, in coming toward His people in mercy, may sometimes employ strange methods so that people will think themselves ill-treated. God suffers it to be so that we may learn to stop relying on humans and to cease depending on other people's help. Day 19, Exodus 7 through 10. God's powerful finger on the land of Egypt. 7. Aaron speaks for Moses. Aaron's walking stick becomes a snake, the plague of blood. 8. The plague of frogs, gnat, and flies. 9. The plague of livestock, boils, and hail. 10. The plague of locusts and darkness. Chapter 8 and 9. Pharaoh hardened his own heart, resisting God's grace. If God is against us, all creatures can be made to be at war with us. God can, as He pleases, arm the smallest part of His creation against man. Day 20, Exodus 11 to 14. The first Passover. 11. The Lord announces the 10th plague. 12. The first Passover sacrifice. The Exodus. Rules for the Passover. 13. The law of the firstborn. The way out of Egypt. 14. The king of Egypt chases the Israelite. Israel goes through the Red Sea. Chapter 12 and 13. Deliverance for the believer is based entirely upon the shedding of the blood of a divinely appointed substitute and its application to the heart once for all. If death has taken place for us, it cannot come to us. So, believers should retain remembrance of Christ's burial and resurrection.